Welcome to Success on Command. It's time to take your life to the next level now.
Hello everyone, welcome to Success on Command, episode number 1. In today's episode, I'm gonna talk about time management and how do successful people manage their time effectively. But before we start our episode or our topic, let me ask you something. Why do most people complain about not having enough time? What is the biggest reason, in your opinion? You can give yourself a few minutes to think about an answer, or you can pause the audio and come back again. Okay? So here we go again. Did you think about it? Okay. I will give you the answer in a few minutes, but first let me talk about time management a little bit. As you know, we all have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year. It's pretty fair, right? But why do we always hear people saying, I don't have time, or I don't have enough time to do it, right? Actually, I call this episode how to manage your time effectively. But the title is not correct, actually. Yes, it's not correct because time management does not exist. Yes, time management does not exist because actually we should not call it time management, because you cannot actually manage time. Everyone has 24 hours a day, so you cannot make them go faster or slower. There will always be 24 hours a day for you and for me, right? Because we cannot invent or create extra time. All we can do is manage our priorities. We hear a lot of people saying, oh, I don't have enough time to exercise. I don't have enough time to read. I don't have time to take this course, to learn this new language, to work on my business, blah, blah, blah. You see, what they actually mean is that exercise is not that important to me, or reading is not important to me, because they have other things to do more important than exercising or reading or whatever. So you have time, 24 hours a day, like everybody else, right? But you choose to do the things that are important to you. So let's say you really want to start reading books. You want to start a new habit, a new reading habit, okay? If you keep saying, I don't have time to do it, so it's not a priority for you, okay? It's not that important to you. I also hear people saying, I have time, but I don't have the energy to do it. What should I do? Again, they make excuses because they have time and energy, but they choose to do other things that are interesting to them or important to them. Don't tell me that you don't have the energy to do anything during the day, because you have energy, but you choose to consume this energy into things that are important than reading. Okay, reading is just an example. You can replace it with anything else. So now we all know the definition, the true definition of time management, because it's priority management. It's the answer of the question, that I told you to think about it in the beginning of the episode. It's priority management, and it can also mean self-management or personal management. How do you manage yourself? How do you manage your energy? What do you invest your energy in? So now I'm gonna share with you 5 steps that will help you to manage your time and to be more productive. Okay, so here we go. Number 1, determine the things that you are wasting your time on. I told you in the beginning of this episode that you cannot create extra time, right? Because you and me, all of us have 24 hours. You cannot have 25 hours, for example. You cannot have 30 hours, right? It's almost impossible, right? But you can't determine what things that are wasting my time, and you can eliminate them, right? Let me give you an example. Most people waste a lot of their time on social media. They check their Facebook 5, 10, 15 times a day. They watch YouTube videos for hours. They keep checking their cell phone every time they hear the notification sound. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's social media addiction. I think most of you have this problem. So if you're really serious about being productive and being successful, so you have to eliminate or at least reduce your social media addiction and all the things that don't add value to you. It doesn't matter, it can be watching television, reading the news, or whatever. Believe me, these things will not add value to you. You're just wasting your time. But don't get me wrong, social media can be a useful tool, but only if you can use it the right way. My point is, don't just let social media steal your time and your energy, okay? Number 2, plan every day the night before. Every day before you sleep, write down all the things you have to do tomorrow. Just write them down, okay? It's so effective. Believe me, I've tried it many times. Don't just say them in your head. No, write them down. Write every single task for tomorrow on papers or on your cell phone or whatever. It is so important to write them down. Number 3, prioritization. So after you write all the things that you have to do tomorrow, prioritize them. Ask yourself this question. If I had to do only one task during the day, what would it be? Only one task, okay? I learned this technique from Brian Tracy. He said, your most important task is your frog. It's like a frog because it's important and usually it's difficult. That's why he said it's like a frog. It should be the first thing that you do in the morning. Don't start with the easy task. No, start with the biggest one. Start with the most difficult, important task for you. And if you have 2 important tasks, start with the biggest one, the hardest one, and the most important one first. In other words, he said, if you have 2 frogs, if you have to eat 2 frogs, eat the ugliest one first. Number 4, isolate yourself. When you start eating your frog, or when you start your most important task in the morning, let's say your most important task is studying for an exam, okay? Let me ask you this. What if your phone rang suddenly while studying? Are you going to answer? Actually, you should have turned off your phone, your computer, and everything else around you. No distractions at all. Zero. You should even be in a room alone. You should not talk to anyone. Close the door. Prepare your drink or anything you need before you start your task. Studying in this example, some people will say, I use the internet while doing my work or while doing my task. So what? All you need to do is turn off the notifications and put your phone on the airplane mode, okay? If you use a laptop, don't open any unnecessary tab on your browser. Just focus on your task until it's complete. Okay? Number 5, set a time for each task. So you have to set a starting time and an ending time for each single task you have on your list. Okay? Believe me, if you don't do that, it will take you a lot more time than expected to finish just one task. You can spend the whole day on one task. So please set a starting time and a deadline. Okay? I also want you to give yourself breaks during the day. You need to rest and relax as well. Some people plan their day like crazy. They say, I'm going to do this from 9 to 11 and that from 11 to 1. Oh, come on. You cannot be a machine. Give yourself a break every time you complete a task. During the break, you can do whatever you want. You can check your email, your cell phone, walk, run, whatever you want. It gives you a sense of accomplishment when you finish your task on time. You also feel satisfied when you take your break, right? So, those are the 5 steps that can help you to get things done quickly and effectively. So, I'd like to hear from you. What tips would you like to share with me on time management or priority management, like as we learned together? So leave a comment below if you would like. I hope you enjoyed listening to this episode. Have a great day and see you next time.